Hello there, kia ora. You may have noticed a whole bunch of pre-budget announcements coming out over the last couple of weeks, and well, they're kind of fascinating to sit down and watch. I mean, we know that the budget is coming up, but what they tend to do with pre-budget announcements is, well, let me put it this way: it's a little bit like watching the Phantom Menace unfurl back in the late 90s. There were a few teasers which made people go, "Ooh, that looks interesting." Space battles, Jedi, oh my god. And then you see the actual thing and you go, why was there so much Jar Jar Binks in it? And, faceless, soulless CGI armies. All budgets are like that. And all governments do pre budget announcements because they want to basically sell off the things that they think are going to do really well. They're designed as a distraction, not the sort of distraction that somebody might put in place to say, hey, don't look over there where John Key's currently being charged with insider trading. More like the kind of distraction that makes you go, these are the things the government said they were going to stand up for, and they are. Like building a mega prison because they're tough on crime, instead of looking at what those causes are for crime and trying to deal with it that way. They'd rather just punish people. Same with getting the kids' youth camp set up. Rather punish people instead of looking into the causes that lead to people actually going into crime. There are always going to be announcements that are designed to be crowd pleasers, like $63.6 million in extra funding for surf lifesaving and Coast Guard. That's not a bad thing at all under any set of circumstances. It sells well with the electorate. But there's also things like tax cuts. They're supposed to sell well with the electorate, but there's a caveat with the tax cuts. For example, we know that they're going to impact high income earners more than low income earners. And we also know that people who are on benefits are not going to reap any benefit from those tax cuts. Specifically, they're designed for that. Oh, and also the number of people who are going to be unemployed is going to increase by another 26,000 before we hit the peak. So that's an even more people who are going to have real problems who won't get any benefit from tax cuts. But look over here, tax cuts, nice and shiny. And don't forget your ECE rebate. You could get up to $75 a week every 3 months when you fill in the paperwork in your MyIR form in the hope that they actually be able to process it all and get it back to you in time. And it's all based on a certain percentage level. So you probably won't get all that back anyway. See what I mean? It's a bit of a sleight of hand. Every time you see an announcement that revolves around pre budget announcements, take it all with a grain of salt. Don't just take the word of whatever the press coverage is saying or whatever the press release that's come out from the government says. Because with any government, and it doesn't matter if they are blue, red, green, orange, whatever, they make sure that during pre budget announcements, everybody is aware of all the good stuff that they think is going to come out of it. And they try and downplay the bad stuff. And there will be bad stuff. There is in every budget. There is no way that everybody can be a winner in every budget. But we've got a very conservative government with a whole huge range of conspiracy theorists in there. Expect there to be some nasty, nasty surprises. And we've seen some nasty surprises already from this government. Budget day, there's bound to be more that gets unfurled. Like the Phantom Menace. That weird CGI Jabba the Hutt. I mean, yeah, expect some bad stuff. Don't just buy the happy bullshit that they're putting out in the press at the moment.